Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is DJ Warren Yates, the Master Blaster. I'm here now on YouTube Live as we're going now to broadcast here on our YouTube channel this evening. And what we have for you tonight is some online videos that we hope and pray tonight you will enjoy. And we're going to talk about 10 dirty secrets that fast food chains don't want you to know about. And we also got some others of interest tonight that we hope and pray you will enjoy. I am coming to you live here from the radio station studios here at Lake Country Radio. And the following video is things that you need to know that many people don't know about fast food restaurants. So let's go ahead now and play this video at this time on the 10 dirty secrets that fast food chains don't want you to know about.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching Beyond Science 2. It's Mike Chen. Now, we all love a good burger and fries once in a while, but besides the fact that fast food is extremely unhealthy for you, there are also other aspects to fast food chains that you probably never knew. But we're going to talk about it right here in this video, so let's get into it. First off, let's talk about Wendy's chili. If you enjoy Wendy's chili, then I'm sorry I'm going to have to break this to you, but Wendy's chili meat is actually a repurposed burger. It comes from the meat on the grill top that's put into a warming drawer until they have enough for a batch of chili. Then they freeze the meat and then thaw and cook the next day. Also, if the chili sitting in the warmer doesn't sell fast enough and gets kind of dry, hot water is added to the mix. Number 2, fake grill marks. Okay, this one hit me kind of hard. Grill marks on burgers aren't real, at least in the fast food world. You know when you see grill marks on your fast food burger and you're like, wow, how nicely grilled are these patties? Well, they're not grilled. The marks were branded at the factory or painted with dye. And then flavoring is added so that the burgers taste smoked and charred, giving the illusion that you're actually eating a grilled patty. I have to admit that when I did this video, it completely shattered my love for the flame grilled Whopper. I love that thing so much, and now I just feel like such a fool. Number 3, skip the ice. Your soda is probably much dirtier than you think it is. The ice machines in fast food restaurants are ridiculously hard to clean, so they're pretty much just sitting there collecting all sorts of mold and bacteria. One 12-year-old actually made a science project that compared the bacterial content in ice water and toilet water from fast food restaurants, and guess what? 70% of the time, the ice water was dirtier than the toilet water. The ice in certain studies even tested positive for E. coli. Number 4, meat cleaning. Did you know that the meat you get at fast food places were actually washed using chemicals we associate with cleaning products? These chemicals are put into fast food meat to get rid of bacteria and to lower the acidity of the foods. Even though the USDA says the process is safe, it doesn't really sound appealing to eat a chemically washed burger. Next up, you really shouldn't go for the healthy things on the menu. Foods like salads, bread, muffins, and oatmeal in fast food restaurants are actually extremely unhealthy. The salads offered may have more than 700 calories each, and here's what's actually inside the salads. Restaurants will typically cover their salads with a chemical called propylene glycol to keep the leaves crisp, and even though it's safe to eat, it's something that's found in antifreeze and lubricants. Bread muffins may sound nutritious, but they're just cupcakes in disguise. Each muffin can be more than 400 calories, with a quarter of the calories being fat calories. Also, oatmeal, such as the ones in McDonald's, have up to 32 grams of sugar, which is more sugar than a pack of M&Ms. Next, let's talk about Baskin-Robbins and that delicious Butterfingers ice cream. If you like Butterfingers like I do, then you've probably tried the Baskin-Robbins Butterfinger 31 Below Mix and Shake. Little did you know that the sugar inside the shake is equivalent to eating 5 Butterfinger bars. And it also contains like cellulose gum and cellulose gel, Red 40, and TBHQ, a corrosion inhibitor used in biodiesel. Next up, when it comes to the McCafe, you shouldn't be loving it. An employee at McDonald's explained that all the McCafe machines are neglected so that the beverages run through a horrifically dirty machine that includes, quote, 5+ inches of unclean liquid making up its inside parts. She said that she made sure that everyone who matters to her will never order anything that comes out of the cafe machine. And finally, barbecue sandwiches at KFC. Ever wandered into KFC for one of those awesome, warm, tender, soft barbecue chicken sandwiches? Well, according to a former employee, the barbecue sandwich is actually made from chicken too old and stale to give to homeless shelters. Afterwards, the chicken is soaked in barbecue sauce until it can be pulled apart and then kept on the heater for a long time. Well, there you go, guys. Those are some of the nastiness your local fast food joint has to offer. But I'll tell you what, even after knowing all this stuff, I'll still eat fast food. I am really disappointed in the whole fake grill marks thing because I used to vouch for Burger King. I love that Whopper so much because it was the only burger out of all the fast food restaurants that really had that charbroiled taste. And now I find out it's all fake. But right now, I gotta say, my favorite fast food burgers place is Carl's Jr. That used to be Hardee's. I love their $6 burger. That thing's just awesome. But come to think of it, it also had a charbroiled taste. So maybe, yeah, I can't eat that anymore. Whatever. Won't kill me. But let me know if this video has stopped you guys from ever eating fast food again. And if it hasn't, what's your favorite fast food place? Thank you all so much for watching. See you later.
Our next video is talking about 10 disgusting fast food secrets. Please pay attention to this video.
Chicken McNuggets may be good, but they have been found to contain a silicone oil that is also used for making contact lenses and medical devices. Don't worry though, the chemically engineered silicone oil is non-toxic, but does that mean it's still good to eat? Johns Hopkins University researchers tested chickens that supply fast food chains and found a long list of prescriptions added to chicken feed as additives, some such as antidepressants, antibiotics, arsenic, and allergy medications. Do you like green foods? Well, McDonald's uses propylene glycol to preserve their pre-packaged salads, so they stay nice and crisp as they may sit there for days. The same chemical is also used in antifreeze and vapor liquid for e-cigarettes. Apple pie. Cysteine L, an amino acid synthesized from human hair or duck feathers, is used to create artificial flavors for meat and help soften mass-produced breads or pastries. McDonald's uses this in their apple pie and other baked goods. Silicon dioxide, also known as sand, has plenty of uses in industrial space, such as manufacturing glass, fiber optic cables, and cement. It's also used in the fast food field to prevent clumping. It's what allows the yummy Wendy's chili to sit in the pot for so long without turning into a big lump. Dimethyl polysoloxane is pretty much in every fried item you get at any fast food joint you go into. The same silicone compound is found in Silly Putty, a children's toy, but the fast food industry uses it to reduce the fryer oil from getting foamy. Tertiary butylhydroquinone, also known as TBHQ, comes from petroleum and is mostly used in cosmetics, skincare products, lacquers, and resins. TBHQ has been found in 18 menu items at McDonald's. It took years for TBHQ to be approved for human consumption by food manufacturers. The FDA only allows the chemical to be 0.02% of a food's oil and fat because 5 grams of it is lethal. Cellulose, produced from wood pulp, is used in plenty of processed foods used by fast food chains. It's in everything from ice cream, syrups, salad dressings, and much more. It's used as a thickener and a way to use less flour and oil, which are more expensive. Pretty much every fast food place you can think of uses it. Ammonium sulfate is a soil fertilizer that is used to feed yeast while baking mass-produced breads for fast food chains. Eating the same stuff that is meant to kill bugs definitely can't be good for you. Carminic acid is synthesized from cochineal beetles and is most known for red food coloring. To make it, the beetles are dried out and crushed to extract the red properties from it to use for dyes. These dyes are used in meats, sausages, bakery products, toppings, marinades, desserts, and much more.
Pizza Hut and other restaurants have this too as well. Now we got some 10 surprising fast food facts about fast food. Check this out.
Hello, I'm Simon Whistler. You're watching Top 10's Net, and in the video today we're looking at the top 10 surprising facts about fast food. Many of us eat fast food on a regular basis for reasons of sheer convenience. Sometimes we simply don't have the time for much else, we're already out, and it's easy. Considering we deal with these food companies every day and the ubiquity of information on the internet, we tend to think we already know most everything about them. However, there are still facts out there about your favourite fast food joints that will surprise, amuse, and probably even horrify you. Let's get started.
Number 10. Wendy's chili is made with old meat. Wendy's chili is one of the most popular and iconic items. It's something you certainly won't find in most fast food joints, but Wendy's serves an incredible amount of the stuff. However, while it is very popular, many of its fans may be turned off if they knew about the process involved in making it. Since Wendy's makes the claim that their hamburgers are fresh, never frozen, most people would assume that this is the case for their chili. Unfortunately, those people would be wrong. The meat used in the chili is not fresh at all. It's actually a cost-saving idea that Dave Thomas came up with in order to constantly serve fresh burgers, especially during busy times, and not lose money on wasted product. His solution was that during busy periods, the grill cooks would be frying a certain amount of hamburgers based on projected sales. Any burger sitting on the grill waiting for an order that passed the hold time was thrown into a warming bin. When the bin filled up, those would be put in plastic bags and frozen, sometimes for days or weeks, before being thawed out and made into Wendy's chili. In other words, it's the meat that Dave Thomas did not think was suitable for your hamburgers, so he hid it in your chili instead. Number 9. McDonald's is testing a 1-minute drive-through system. McDonald's has been struggling in recent years. While they still have an insane amount of retail holding in business worldwide, the truth is that people are constantly looking for healthier options, and for many people, the McDonald's brand in general has become a bit stale. Even though it's not really that much healthier, Subway has edged out McDonald's as the fast food joint with the most stores open around the world, and newer casual dining restaurants like Chipotle are growing quickly and taking an enormous chunk out of the business that the Golden Arches used to rely on. This has led McDonald's in recent years to take increasingly desperate measures to keep their competitive edge. In Florida, recently, they have been testing a new 1-minute drive-through system in an attempt to bring people back to their stores and attract customers. Perhaps they figured that if they can't have the best food, they can at least have the fastest service. The new system they are testing will offer customers a coupon for free food if the promised speed of service offered is not met. This seems likely to create an abusive system that will stress out employees and lose the company money overall, but time will tell if such a short wait time expectation will ever roll out nationwide. Number 8. Arby's turns ridiculous advertisements into a real sandwich. Arby's is known mainly for serving roast beef, and very little else. If you asked someone who wasn't a regular customer at the store or did their research on the matter, they might not really know that they serve much of anything else. Arby's marketing department felt that this lack of recognition for their other products was a serious issue in terms of bringing in more customers, so they came up with an extremely conspicuous advertisement that would show everyone that they had all kinds of different meats. They showcased a picture of 2 buns with some of every single type of meats they carry and plastered it everywhere they could. In a way, the ad was a success because it did grant them a lot of publicity, but it also left people rather baffled. Customers started coming in more, not to start asking for their variety of meats, but to ask for the specific sandwich in the ad that was piled to the heavens with a nice portion of every single meat on the menu. Arby's, not wanting to miss a golden opportunity to make money and get more free publicity, added the sandwich to their menu and dubbed it the Meat Mountain. For those wondering, the sandwich has roast beef, bacon, steak, chicken tenders, turkey ham, corned beef, brisket, Swiss cheese, and cheddar cheese. It is simply an absolute monstrosity of meat and cheese. Number 7. Chipotle prefers inexperienced employees. Chipotle is known for being on the cutting edge of the current dining trends. Casual dining has become extremely popular in comparison to regular old fast food experiences, and the minimalist atmosphere of Chipotle was a welcome relief to many. They are known for doing many things very differently, and in particular are known for their unique hiring practices. During interviews, it is normal to have one or more regular crew members interview a new employee, both to look for certain traits and to see if they will be a good fit for the team dynamic at the store. They also don't really want candidates with experience. They promote almost exclusively from within and say on their website that no experience is actually preferred. Chipotle would rather have a blank slate with the right attitude traits to work with than a seasoned veteran. The reason for this is actually very specific. Chipotle is nothing like traditional fast food or even many restaurants. There are no freezers or cans at Chipotle, and everything from the salsa to the guacamole is made fresh daily. Considering how radically different the entire food prep experience is, Chipotle feels that it will be easier to train people who are completely new as opposed to reteaching people who are used to the traditional methods of fast food preparation. Number 6. Dave Thomas got his start helping Colonel Sanders. Dave Thomas is the well-known and beloved founder of the Wendy's fast food franchise. He was an orphan himself and started a charity designed to help young orphans. He is also well known for the Wendy's Square Burgers and of course the iconic Frosty. However, while many people know quite a bit about Dave Thomas due to a marketing push a while back, many people don't know the details of his success story. The truth is that Dave Thomas actually got his start working for Harlan Sanders of KFC fame. He was working under Sanders, helping him create some stores in Indiana, and was eventually offered a sweet promotion and a deal he couldn't refuse. The restaurants he was being sent to oversee were struggling, but if he could turn them around, Sanders would give him a huge stake in the now saved stores. Thomas fixed the stores by greatly simplifying the menu and also creating a huge bucket sign in order to attract attention. His marketing was a great success, and before long, the two struggling stores were thriving once again. Thomas immediately sold his stake in KFC and used the proceeds to start up Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. It was much longer before he got back into the chicken game at all, with Wendy's just focusing on hamburgers and Frosties in the beginning. Number 5. Colonel Sanders hated what KFC became. Most people know that KFC was originally created by Colonel Sanders, who originally began serving his chicken out of a gas station. Eventually, he made enough money to start a restaurant, which tragically burned down. Not to be deterred, he eventually rebuilt and started anew, selling his chicken with great success. Sadly for Sanders, when new roads were built nearby, it had the effect of losing him most of his business, and before long he had to shut down. He started traveling around, franchising his chicken, and eventually the company became the enormous success that it is today. However, Colonel Sanders was a very hands-on gentleman, and he was obsessed with things being done right. He would travel to KFC locations and berate people if he thought things weren't up to his personal standards. Near the end of his days, KFC was becoming so huge that they decided to change the recipe for the chicken and gravy in order to better meet the advanced production needs. Sanders had a different vision and thought that the new gravy and chicken were absolutely terrible. He attempted to start his own competing restaurant in protest and ended up in a lawsuit battle with the company that he founded. While the demands of high-volume food production do sometimes involve some shortcuts, we can sympathize with Sanders, feeling that much of what he had created and worked for was being altered into something he felt was entirely worse. Number 4. Chick-fil-A's religious values go well beyond closing on Sunday. Chick-fil-A is known for being closed on Sunday due to the religious beliefs of its owners, and more recently, they were in the news over the marriage debate. One of the owners had donated large sums of money to groups that felt anti-gay marriage should not be legally recognized, and many people boycotted the company. In order to fight this boycott, many people who were against gay marriage organized Chick-fil-A Day in order to support the company and its traditional values. What many people don't realize, though, is that the donations against gay marriage are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the religiosity of the company. While they do not discriminate if you are not religious, that would be illegal, they do believe very strongly in a very particular type of candidate, and they tend to push religious values as much as possible. Their founder, Truett S. Caffey, has stated before that he asks his non-Christian employees to please practice biblical principles when it comes to business, and they strongly prefer married candidates. Caffey has stated that he would probably fire people if he knew they were committing serious sins, and many employees feel that the company in general gets far too involved in their personal lives and has a somewhat cult-like atmosphere. It is also expected of you that if you come to work for Chick-fil-A, that you would be there for a long time. Caffey has stated before that he wants applicants asked if they plan to be with the company for life. If not, they need not apply. Number 3. Many fast food soda machines contain fecal bacteria. A few years back, a college student in Virginia did a report where he tested for bacteria from a fast food soda machine. When potentially harmful bacteria was found, researchers in the area sprang into action to see if there was a widespread health issue. What they found was very disturbing. They tested 90 drinks from 22 different fountain soda machines in Virginia, and 90% of them contained some kind of bacteria that has the capability of at least making you mildly ill depending on the conditions. Researchers aren't exactly sure how the bacteria is getting there, but they theorize it could have something to do with being cleaned with an already dirty rag or people touching the wrong parts of it with extremely filthy hands, but these are only guesses. While this was only in parts of Virginia, it is likely that the problem is present in many soda machines throughout the country. It is unlikely that most of Virginia can't get it right and the rest of the country can. However, researchers do caution not to completely give up hope from the findings. While having E. coli or other harmful bacteria in your drink is definitely not desired, the amounts present are unlikely to provide you with anything more than temporary discomfort. This is, of course, small comfort when confronted with the thought that bacteria from fecal matter is finding its way into your sodas. Number 2. Subway lost a class action lawsuit involving their 11-inch footlongs. Subway, the world's largest fast food chain, has kind of had a rough time as of late. The revelations about their former spokesman, while not having anything to do with the company, have certainly not left a good impression with anyone. However, most people understand that and are far more unhappy about Subway lying to them about the length of their sandwiches. For those who don't remember, a couple of years back, a viral story surfaced about how Subway was actually only giving sandwiches that were about 11 inches for their footlongs. When confronted about this, the company actually tried to claim that footlong was just a descriptive term and not meant to be technically accurate. Before long, Subway was facing a serious class action lawsuit from many customers who felt that calling something a footlong for years then offering less than that is pretty much the definition of deceptive advertising. As part of a class action settlement deal, Subway is agreeing to now measure all their sandwich breads before preparing them for the customer to ensure that they are getting the proper amount of bread. They will also send quality inspectors to make sure that their franchise locations are following the new standard properly. This has been incredibly embarrassing for Subway, but perhaps they and others will learn a lesson about deceiving their customers. Number 1. Cinnabon bakes empty trays in order to attract people to the smell. Cinnabon is an incredibly popular location for many. In some parts of the world, it can be hard to find one, so people will even go long distances out of their way in order to get their hands on some Cinnabon cinnamon rolls. It's unsurprising that people are so enamored. They are famous for a reason, and no one would deny that they taste good. However, the truth is that there is a reason that the memory of Cinnabon is so strongly entrenched in most people's minds, even if they have only ever been near one and have never actually purchased any of their food. The executives at Cinnabon long ago realized the psychological power of smell, and they clearly understand the effects it can have on memory because they have been making very good use of it. Cinnabon locations are usually strategically located near malls and airports for a reason. It's better for getting you to notice the smell. In an enclosed store that you can only enter from outside, you can't really be attracted to the smell, but in an open mall, you can attract people from a long distance. The company also goes to great lengths to make the smell linger. Fresh cinnamon rolls are supposed to be baked at least every 30 minutes in order to keep the smell fresh, and some stores have even resorted to baking cookie sheets that are simply coated with the cinnamon and brown sugar to ensure the smell sticks around when needed. The company has found that keeping the ovens near the front of the store and constantly bombarding people with the smell of their food dramatically increases sales.
So I really hope that video shocked you. If you've got any lesser-known facts about fast food, let us know in the comments section below. I'd love to read about them. And over there on the right are a couple of other of our fast food-related videos, so be sure to check those out. Just click on either of those thumbnails. And there's also a subscribe button, which you should click on if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, because we do lots of fast food videos and really pretty much about everything. So click on that subscribe button and you will never be bored with a subscription to our channel. And thank you for watching.
Top 10 surprising fast facts about fast food, and they are quite surprising. The next video we're going to have is which fast food water is the worst. Check this out.
Has the best and the worst water. We have a very scientific method on how to figure out which is the healthiest and which is, just the overall best tasting and which is just you shouldn't have. You're probably asking yourself, why did I click on this video? It's because you care about your water. You care about your health. Keep watching. Let's go for a ride. Let's find this out together.
Hi, welcome to Arby's. When you're ready.
Hi, can I just have a cup of water?
Just a cup of water today.
Yeah, that's it.
$500.
500?
$0.
Thank you. How do you think your water compares to like McDonald's here at Arby's?
To be honest, I haven't actually had the McDonald's water yet. They couldn't compare it to.
Yeah, we don't have to go there because we love Arby's.
Thank you for choosing Wendy's. How can we help you?
Hey, can I just have a cup of water?
Anything else?
No, that is it.
All right, sorry about that, please.
How do you think your water compares to like McDonald's? Pretty good.
I don't know. I haven't had their water, so I honestly can't answer it.
Thank you. At least he was honest.
The car's coming through for this cup of water.
How do you think your water compares to like Wendy's? You think it's better?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I thought. Christian water. It's gotta be good. Can I just have a cup of water? How do you think your water compares to like McDonald's?
You want now?
How do you think your water compares to McDonald's?
Car's better.
That's right.
That's it.
Honest answer. There we go. We've got all the waters. Now it's time to go back home and try these out. The scientific method. Let's do it. Okay, guys, we are back from the fast food facilities, and Sarah has all the waters over there, and we are going to do a blind taste test. We have, I think, 3 different things that we're going to go through: taste test, the clarity test, and the value test. How good is the cup? To cleanse the palate in between taste tests, I have my favorite organic energy drink, For Purpose Energy. Very trusty. All right, let's get on with this. Number 1, let's try this out. Okay, the clarity test. Very, very, very clear. Very, very clear. Let's take a taste test. Tastes like 100% pure water. There's no, like, that's really good. That's not, I wasn't expecting these to be that good, but this is number 1 so far. We're keeping this. Number 1 might be number 1. I don't really know how it's going to be topped. Ready for number 2. Oh, this one's got ice in it. Did you put this ice in, or was that already ready? Wow, they really went the extra mile with the ice. It looks pretty clear. I wouldn't say it's clear as number 1. That one definitely has a flavor to it. Did you try this one beforehand? No, it's definitely not as pure as that one. Yeah, there's something in there. Yeah, that's not very good.
So far, number 1 is number 1.
Number 1 is number 1 so far. Wow, that worked out. Number 2. Number 3. This is me, or does that look pink? Is there a pink tint to that?
Or you should look it up for number 1 and see.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to tell on there, but this one does look a little pinker. All right, let's do a little taste test of this. Definitely doesn't have like a weird flavor. It just doesn't, like, this one had a weird flavor. It doesn't taste like 100% pure water now. You know when you drink tap water, you can tell you're drinking water. This one just slipped down the esophagus quickly. You didn't even know what was hitting you. This is gonna go here.
Despite the color, it is not.
Yeah, despite the color,
I can tell from here that it.
You can tell? Yeah, no, you can tell. This is 100% pure, tastes like. Something to it. This one's just not very good. This one's I have a feeling gonna get pushed down the line. Clarity test. This one looks clear to me. It's not 100% pure, but it's better than this one. It's not better.
Is it pink one?
Even though it's pink, was a little better than this one. Clarity test. Looks clear. That one is pretty good. That one's pretty clear. It tastes a little. Let me try this one again. I don't know what it is about that one. That one really does. It's just like it feels light, almost. Seriously, this one feels a little. You're not gonna believe this. This one just tastes light, feathery almost. You can't even feel it in your mouth. This one feels a little heavier. Like there's something. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm sitting here trying to describe the flavor of water to you, but.
Ready for number 6?
Yes, I am. Extremely clear. No funny. Wait a minute. No, it's fine. It was just that my hands are always red. It looked red. I was like, wait a second. We're gonna have to move this one down the line. This one feels a little heavier than this. This one feels it's really good. This one a little worse. This one is just absolutely terrible. I don't even know what that is. Totally clear. They've got that going for them. Is this the last one? Mm-hmm. It definitely has something to it. One more step. I would have to move it here. It's like I can taste that I'm tasting water, so it's got to go there. These ones taste relatively the same. This one is far above the rest, and they just start to go downhill here, the hill with pinky here, and then this one tastes like almost like rotten eggs. Let me just. Oh yeah, there's something weird. Is that just me? You taste that?
Yeah. It's like cardboard.
Taste this one. Try that one for size. Totally clear. Nothing there.
You're right.
Yeah. No. Taste what I'm saying. It's like it's a little heavier. You can tell you're drinking something.
Yeah, there's actually a difference.
But no, there's a difference in the.
Wow, I'm actually surprised that
No, there's
those all taste.
there's a difference.
I think I need to clean that.
You need to clean it. Can I have that? Where are you taking it? Now that we have all of these set up, we're going to move on to the cup quality test. I'm going to try and feel out the quality of it and then guess which water goes with which cup. Sarah told me one of these just completely leaked out the water after a while.
My can's wet.
Yeah.
And he wasn't happy
Cheers.
about that.
Alright, so the Taco Bell cup here, very firm. Let's check the purple. I don't know if you can see that, but that's definitely gonna go with number 3 here. Starbucks cup, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say that it's number 1. I just have a feeling that Starbucks is very particular about what kind of water they put into their drinks. I don't know. Burger King
That is the one that leaked all over my can.
definitely has a little less quality. I'm gonna go with number 2 on that one. Arby's is gonna be a blind guess. Number 7 we're gonna go with. McDonald's quality feels very. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'll put it lower on the table. Arby's. Is this Arby's? No, this is Wendy's. Quality feels pretty good on the Wendy's cup. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with this one. And you know what? Just because it's Christian water, the Chick-fil-A cup, which is actually a very, very nice cup. I like the it's more foamy.
With that ice in it, so that kind of gives the way like which one has ice in it.
Wait, you're right. There is ice in this one. This is the only one with the ice in it. Okay, so this Chick-fil-A is back there. Wow. And then McDonald's, I mean, I was thinking maybe it was going to be higher in quality. Best to worst, which is Burger King is... Okay, so starting with the worst. Sarah, tell me, what is number 2? Is it Burger King?
It's Wendy's.
Wendy's. All right, so I was wrong on this one.
The worst water.
The worst water. That was really, really bad. Like, that was
It
terrible.
wasn't very good. Number 4
It's a
is
Chick-fil-A.
Burger King.
Burger King. Oh, okay, so I was decently close on that one. Number 4, these 2 were bad. Like, these were not good.
And one of them leaked out all over.
And this one leaked out everywhere. What I think is number 3, I mean, it's got to be Taco Bell because of the color, right? I mean, 100%.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
so
right about that one.
these 3, they're not good.
Don't go there for
Don't
water.
go there for water. Don't ask for the water. I don't know what is in the Wendy's water, but it is not normal. Number 7.
Number 7 is Arby's.
I guess you're right.
Yes, right.
Wow, awesome. These 3 were nearly the same in quality. I want to point that out. Number 1 is the best. Number 5, what is that one?
Number 5 is Starbucks.
Number 5 is Starbucks.
Number 5 is Starbucks.
Wow.
You shocked?
Yeah, I really thought that was going to be the best one. Yeah, it definitely felt heavier than the number 1 one. I'm very interested. Number 6. What number?
6 is Chick-fil-A.
Really? Did I guess? No, I guess that was McDonald's. Wow. So number 6 is Chick-fil-A. So that leaves
The lucky winner is
the
McDonald's.
lucky winner is McDonald's.
I was
Wow.
very shocked. I was very shocked that
Wow, that's crazy. No, like really, this water is crystal clear. Like you could tell a difference between.
Yeah, I actually could.
You really
didn't think
can.
I'd be able to.
Good job, McDonald's. Seriously.
We both thought it was going to be Starbucks.
Oh, 100%. I thought without a doubt it was either Starbucks or Chick-fil-A because of the quality of the cup. I mean, this cup is okay. Wow. You know, the only way that I can think to help Wendy's out here is to spice it up a little bit with a special drink of mine, For Purpose Energy. This will really help out. I am much better. Definitely better. Look, if you're wanting a much healthier option than those other energy drinks, we will not name them, but you know who I'm talking about. They're very bad. Try out the organic option For Purpose Energy. My friends make it, and it's really cool. They've set it up so that 10 cents of every can you buy is donated to build a school for kids who really need it. This year, they really want to reach their goal to build that first school. They've recently lowered their prices and have given us the coupon code Jordan to save 5% off of the 24-pack with free shipping. And if you want to save even more, you can subscribe to forpurposeenergy.com at checkout and you get an additional 5% off. And they'll give you a 24-pack delivered right to your door every single month without having to reorder. It's a really great deal, and I would really appreciate if you'd go support them. If they can help Wendy's, trust me, they can help you. That's forpurposeenergy.com. Go check it out. Packs a punch. So there you have it. We have the best and the worst waters and everything in between. Now, if you're driving and you're so thirsty that you might pass out, hit up McDonald's, maybe a little Chick-fil-A, perhaps Starbucks. It starts to go downhill pretty quickly after that. I'll see you guys next week, and until then, stay hydrated. I'll see you next week. Bye. Also,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our videos for our broadcast session tonight. here on the Warren Yates radio show. And we hope and pray that these videos will be very helpful to you. And I guess a lot of you are probably wondering, well, why would I want to quit going to fast food restaurants? Well, basically, fast food is really no good for the body anyway. So why would you want to put fast food into your body? Especially if it comes from McDonald's or Popeyes or Zaxby's or Dairy Queen or anywhere like that. I mean, and we don't want to scare you, but this is actually the truth. And what you're getting from us here at the station is the truth. We're not here on the air to play games with you. We're here to educate you, to get you the knowledge, and to give you the knowledge that you need to know. And that's why we have these videos online for you. We want you to pay attention to what is being said here on this radio station. And if you like what we're doing here at the radio station, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We find it very interesting that you will enjoy it. And so please give us a thumbs up after you watch this video. And let us know if you want more information on what fast food restaurants I want you to know about. And we will see you on the next videos coming up later on in the future.